Hi everyone. As you can see, I am in the middle of the snow and cold. This is somewhere in between Glens Falls and Queensbury in New York. And I decided I made a new video because the ones that I have for this class are pretty old. So here's this. First of all, I want to thank you for joining my class, ALCS 150, History of Puerto Rico. My name is Carmen, for those of you who don't know me. Some of you have met me before, some of you have taken my courses. I just want to thank you so much for giving the department and I the opportunity to instruct you and teach you about history of Puerto Rico, which is so important, not only now, but in the past and in the future as well, will be something very important. I would like to talk to you a little bit about myself before we start the class. First of all, like I said, my name is Carmen, and yes, I am Puerto Rican in case you did not notice, because, you know, being Puerto Rican is something that you do notice, right? Or maybe not, we don't know. We'll talk a little bit about that in class. What can I say about myself besides being cold right now? It feels like 17 degrees, I think, something like that. Well, I was born here in the United States, somewhere in New Jersey, but when I was 7, my mother decided to move to Puerto Rico, and I lived there since I was 7 all the way up to 23 years old. So I did all my school, all my undergrad over there. I graduated the University of Puerto Rico, with a bachelor's degree in education. So I'm a certified Spanish teacher in Puerto Rico. I have somewhat experience teaching Spanish over there. And then I came here to Albany to get my master's in LACS and Spanish linguistics, which I did back in 2013. And it's interesting. I do LACS, Latin American Studies, but I also do Spanish linguistics, which is what I'm going for my PhD now. I want to do research on bilingualism in Puerto Rico. I believe it's a myth, and I think some really good research has to be done, and I think I might be the one. You guys can also contribute to this conversation. I know that many of you have relatives in Puerto Rico and also have you've been there. You probably have tried to speak to people and you realize that the English is either choppy or non-existent, but we'll talk about that later in class. I wanted to give you a few hints for success in this class. One of them being, please, first of all, you're going to start with your icebreaker module. You're going to go there, and once that happens, it'll give you a little bit of practice with how the whole online class and Blackboard system works. You want to go there. There's 2 videos you want to watch, and then after you do the assigned readings, because when you go into the module, you'll see that you will have assigned readings per module. After that, you're going to go to the discussion board and you're going to post a comment. This is usually how it works. You create a thread, and then after that, you have to comment to 2 other people, 2 other peers in the class, in the online class. You won't get credit, you won't get full credit if you don't have your original post plus 2 comments to other people, because the whole idea is to create this conversation among ourselves. We also do this because we want you to know each other and to have some sort of human contact. I know that we probably may not ever meet in person, but this is really important. At least to me it is. I like to have that contact with my students, and having, you know, that moment to react and agree or disagree with your peers and with comments is really important. The other thing, and as you can see, it is cold. I might put my hood now in a few minutes. The other thing I want to talk about is submitting work on time. So you're going to have a module per day, but I'm going to have you submit the work for those 2 modules every 2 days. Please don't get confused. If you see discussion board and you realize that, oh, well, there's only 1 discussion board per 2 modules. Yes, that is exactly how it's done. I want you to talk about both modules under 1 discussion, just because it makes it easier, and you don't have to be going in every single minute or every single hour to update your work. I would appreciate if you stay in touch with me. You can send me an email through cnieves@albany.edu. I also have a phone number that you can text or chat with me. I will leave that under the syllabus, which you'll have briefly. And we can also Skype, we can FaceTime. There are a variety of ways that we can stay in touch. But that being in touch with me is going to be very important. Please make sure the following, because a lot of people disregard this. You want to make sure you have internet everywhere you go. Some people travel, they think it's really easy to take an online course. You have to make sure you submit your work on time, because if you don't, you miss a deadline, and then you won't be able to make up your post or your quiz or your midterm or final assignment and the exams. Don't leave it off for the last minute. Unfortunately, I've had people who've approached me asking for extra credit. I don't give extra credit. You get credited for what you do. The way I see it is this: everyone has 100 at the beginning, and I start looking for that 100. And if I can't find that 100, you have to help me find it. If not, I'm going to scavenge for as many points and participation for you as I can, but if I can't, it's going to be very problematic. What else can I say? There is a folder with Puerto Rican stuff. There's an album of pictures that I've taken throughout the years that I'd like you to see. Some of my family members are there, some about nature, food. The other amazing thing is that I get to go to Puerto Rico now, and some might see this when I'm not traveling, some will, but I will be posting blogs, video logs of my trip to Puerto Rico now, so you'll get to see the holidays and how we celebrate them in Puerto Rico. I'm leaving now December 14th, and we'll be back in a month. But I will be in touch. It's not like I'm disappearing. The class is online. It goes with me wherever I go. Not sure what else to say. If you have any questions, please look at the syllabus. It's going to answer pretty much anything. The assigned textbooks are there. People who created online teaching suggest that you should do about 40 hours a week of work if you want to have a successful grade in this class. Please try your best, and if there's anything that you do have to talk to me about because of health or family issues or money problems, I do need to know if there is anything that is in the way of your academic success. Please, once you finish doing this, there's going to be a discussion board about meet your classmates. I'm going to post something about myself as well, and my cat, who is always with me, well, not always, right? She's obviously not out here, but she's home. About my baking, about the things that I like to do. Just introduce yourself. I love to meet you and have these interesting conversations over class. It doesn't have to be always about class. We can talk about anything. And that's it. I'm not sure what else to include. You have your one discussion per 2 modules. You have 2 quizzes. You have a map quiz, and then you have a quiz based on some poetry, Nuyorican poetry that you're going to read in class. You have a midterm exam, which you're taking online together with an essay that you're submitting. Your essay is going to be 25%. And your exam is going to be 75%. Your final is going to be 50 and 50. So 50 the exam and 50 the written part, which I'll give you a few days to do. And everything's going to be online. It's not like you have to meet with me to take an exam or anything. I hope you enjoy this class as much as I've created it and instructed for many years now. Thank you so much again for giving me the opportunity, and we will talk soon. Enjoy the holidays, enjoy this class, and if anything, please remember to stay in touch. Thank you so much, and I am absolutely out of here because this is not Puerto Rico. Definitely not. Bye.